Hello YouTube. As you know by now, I've changed my bike for the 250, and the ride I done last night was brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but the gearing on the bike is too high, so I'm now going to change it to a 13. Now the first thing I want to show you is I like simplicity, and I can't lift the bike up and put it on a stand, so I've got to have stands that make it a little bit easier. So I've got this. Now I'll give you a quick demonstration of it. If I put it by here, you should be able to see, but I will tilt this a little bit just to make sure. Now I'll go and get the bike. Now the other problem I got is I'm left-handed and I always push a bike from this side, if that makes any sense. But anyway, with this, I've got to push it from this side. So basically, you roll the bike forward, and obviously depending on the wheel you're going to put up in the air, which is obviously the back wheel in this case, you stand on it, like so. And then stand up. Now look how easy the bike went up in the air, and the bike is pretty sturdy. I've got to move it a little bit. Now look, that was simple. When you're lifting a bike up trying to put it on, it's no good to me at all. Here's the stand, and this is what I'll be keeping in the trailer for our events when Brad's racing and bits and bobs and any work we got to do. Bit of rust for there. So it's called an easy lift, and I'm well chuffed. So the bike, I'm going to keep the standard tyres on it today for my second test, because I did enjoy them. Look at the flex in that. It's crazy. Crazy. So I'm going to change the front sprocket to 12. I'm not going to bore you with the details of me changing that, because obviously you know how to do it. There's a circlip, blah blah blah. So I'll do that, and then 4:30 we're going to hit the mountain and go for a ride. Now, as you know, the radiator wore holes in the last one where I was chaffing the radiator. This side looks fine, and these rubber blocks here, they appeared to wear out in minutes. So I'm going to have a little look and check this side, and you should see what I mean. This side, yep, he's touching the radiator lot. So where this against the radiator there, it's going to chaff and all, and you're going to get a leak. So I'm going to put a bit of rubber in there later, because there's no way that it's just flexing away. It's just touching. So you can see it rattling there, and all of a sudden you're going to get a pinhole and you're going to get a breakdown. So that's another fault you've got to look for. The exhaust on the other one used to come loose, but it's a completely different setup, so I'll have to look at that. I'm going to check all the spokes, because I've done about 3 hours riding on it already, and I'll give it a tap round with my hammer. Perhaps I'll show you me doing that. So yeah, I'm going to get a bit of rubber cable tied on by there in a minute. I'm going to do that first, then I'm going to change the sprocket. So what I've done here, I got this tape, and it's like a sponge, and I folded up into one of the scoops, and he's going onto there, and I'll just keep an eye on that now, and that now should be okay, and well, it should definitely be okay. And I'm gonna go around the spokes now in a bit, but let's get the sprocket done. Now there's the difference in size of the two sprockets, 14 and a 12. Now this should make second gear absolutely like a chainsaw. Ning 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 bah! Whereas this one was ning 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 bah! Okay. Right, I've oiled the chain, and this is a pre-ride check. Now, realistically, you should do this before every ride, and then you know that the bike should do your all day's riding without any trouble at all. Now, on a new KTM, the spokes come loose very simply, so we'll start off at the front wheel and we'll just go round. So I've gone round the whole front wheel, took a couple of seconds, no problems. And then just check any simple little bolt. Look when you're tapping with the hammer, you know, you can see wear marks and the different tones you get when something's loose. I've showed you that before anyway. So we'll just go around the simple stuff, check your brakes and stuff like that. You know, after a couple of hours I'll probably go around it with a tool anyway. Just keep looking and listening all the time. You don't want to lose bolts out of your plastics and stuff. See the gap on this side? Absolutely plenty. The radiator's not going to rub there at all. Have a look round. Carburetor, make sure there's no leaks. I just run him up to temp to make sure. I will check the gear selector because my boys did come loose on first ride. Just simply go around your chain tension. It's supposed to be 35 to 40 millimeter, which I've just set now, and that's spot on. We'll go along. I've had the rear sprocket bolts come loose in the past. No, they shouldn't be loose because I just torqued them up. But you can see, like I said, you can generally see wear and tear. Now, we used to run a transport company, and here's a loose one here, look. Nice and tight. Loose. So I will get the spoke tool out now and check a couple of them and spin him round while he's still up in the air. So anyway, like I was saying, I MOT'd probably in excess of 1,000 buses in the past and never had an MOT failure. And all my inspections was done using this actual hammer, which I made out of a snap-on extension bar. And it was absolutely unbelievable. So we've got the battery at the back by here. Just have a little look at them. All looks good. Now this would have been done by the pre-check at the motorbike shop. So I'm only just, you know, having a little look, but I do double check them every ride. So I'm happy with that. Everything's fine. I'm just going to check those rears to see if any of those sprockets go up. So let's have a little look. That was the one. He was pretty loose. So you should be able to make a tune like, I like riding on my KTM. Oh yeah, very loose. So that side got to go up. Now normally I go the wrong way because like I got this issue whereas I'm left-handed for some reason, can't tell. Oh Christ, these don't sound too good. So I got to go up on this side. Right, the forks on the front, the spokes on the front did feel like they were tight, but they weren't. So I suppose first inspection, don't mess about with a tapping hammer, go for it properly. So I'm leaving the tyres on, I've done the sprocket, I'm running 7 front and I'm running 3 on the rear, and we're going to have a go at Grants Hill climb, Suitors Tips. I'm going to do a bit of airing today, pretty similar ride to yesterday, but I enjoyed our ride so much I don't care if I do it 100 times in a day. It is absolutely pleasurable, and we're going to have a look. And one more thing, this is how to get the bike off the trailer. Is just push it forward. Simple as that. You're ready to go. Beautiful. So listen to that engine again. Nice.